Hello, everyone. My name is Singh, and I am a first year mathematics student in the University of Oxford. Specifically, I go to the Corpus Christi College. And this is the first video of a series that I will be making on essentially just life at Oxford. Um, the purpose is to show you, prospective applicants, or just anyone who's has an interest in this matter, like how life is as an Oxford student, specifically a math student. And also, it will hopefully serve as a collection of memory for me to look back on, in sometime in the future. And I got this idea because my course here in Oxford is 4 years long, and each year has 3 terms, and each term has 8 weeks. So if you do the math, it approximates to, well, it's 96 weeks in total, but it approximates to like 100 weeks, right? So if I say, I don't know, do a summary at the end of every year or something like that, I can probably make it so that there's 100 videos in this series at the end. And this is kind of how I got the idea. I thought that would be pretty cool to have like exactly 100 videos. And the video, at least for now, is, as you can see, quite budget. I'm literally recording in my room with my MacBook, and I don't really have a script. I might be able to find more time for this as time goes on. But to be honest, that doesn't sound quite likely at the current moment. And the content will be, there will be some academic content, so some specific to math, but there will also be just some content on life in general here. And without further ado, I will start with week 0. So week 0, or Freshers Week, is like, earlier I said there's 8 weeks per term, but the first term actually has 9 weeks, and it starts with week 0, which is Freshers Week. It's an induction week. We don't do any academic work in this week. It's just induction, so it talks about college rules, fire safety, these basic, let's say, day-to-day stuff. And then there's a lot of university or college organized social events, like movie nights, club nights, just a lot of social events for us to make friends and meet people. So there isn't much to talk about in Freshers Week, I suppose. Some events that I think are worth mentioning. The first one I would say is Freshers Formal. Formal, if for those who doesn't know, is like a thing that is quite specific to Oxford, right? Like it will be just a formal dinner. So you dress up in tuxedo, suits, shirts, tie, everything, and then you go eat dinner. And it's like a 3-course meal, and the food is quite nice. But other than that, I don't really see the point. I'm not much of a formal dresser, and I just don't really see the point of having a freshers formal, or just formal in general. As a social event, there isn't much socializing to really be done. But anyway, that is all I have to say about formal. My first formal experience, I don't see the point. However, there was something quite interesting about this formal. And so the Corpus Christi dinner hall is you have 3 long vertical tables, and then at the end there's this horizontal table that it's called the high table. It's actually called the high table, which I think is pretty cool. But the Freshers Formal is organized by, the seating arrangement is organized by subject. So subjects, they take turns sitting in a specific section. And it just so happened this year that it is the math and physics majors sitting at the high table. So it was pretty cool. I posted on social media a picture jokingly saying, we mathematicians sit at the high table looking down at our inferior subjects as we eat. So that was pretty funny, especially like I was seated 2 seats away from like the president of the college, who actually I think is an English professor or classics professor. Um, I can't remember, but yeah, I wonder how she felt socializing with like the hardcore purists, STEM subject students and tutors. So that was pretty interesting. That's freshers formal. The other thing that I think is worth mentioning is the library tour, and the reason why I think this is worth mentioning is, at least for me, I think it was really cool. Just the enthusiasm from like the staff and librarians on like how they're willing to really like go to any lengths to help with your academic work. Like if you want a book here, they will, and they don't have it, they will find a way to give it to you, right? They will find a way to get you that book, and there's a real like sense of ownership and expectation to like succeed for you to succeed academically here, which I think is pretty cool, and it's not something that I've had in, well, my high school. And other than that, I went to quite a few sports tryouts. I specifically try out for volleyball and basketball, two sports at the university level, and I managed to uh, get into the first team for volleyball, which is pretty awesome. We compete at like the highest league of universities in uh, England or the UK. I'm not sure, but yeah, we play at the highest league, which is pretty cool. And I got into the second team for basketball. And I'm not particularly good at sports. I am really tall, but not particularly good at sports. Um, so what I'm saying is like athletics or sports here in Oxford isn't, I don't know, as competitive as it may be in a US university, right? And also volleyball and basketball here are not very popular. If you go for football, rugby, or like rowing, which is massive here, right? You might you might have a lot more competition. And so sports tryouts, something interesting is it is quite surprising how disorganized the University of Oxford could feel. Um, Specifically, I will talk about this basketball tryout experience that I had, which, by the way, is a lot of fun. Like what I will say now does not mean I don't like enjoy. I didn't enjoy the tryout, or I don't think the coaches did a fantastic job. Right? Obviously, they have a lot on their plate, which I will demonstrate as well. But essentially, I went for a tryout on Thursday, and it went on for uh, I can't remember, an hour or so. And at the end, the coach said they will tell us the result that evening or that night, something like that, right? And I thought by the result, he meant like he will tell us whether we got into the team or not, right? So I was like, and I stayed up till like 1 waiting for this email of notification. I didn't get any notification until when I went to bed. I was like, probably didn't make it. But it happens, right? And then, so I went to bed, didn't think that I have to do anything the next morning because there wasn't any event Friday morning that I had to go to. So I went to bed, was like, no alarm. I woke up at 10:30 just naturally, and I checked my phone, and there was an email sent at 3:45 a.m. So this is why I was saying the coaches clearly like have a lot on their plate. I think they said there was like 250 applicants, and they're picking like 20, 25 people. So they clearly have a lot on their plate, which is why you can see they clearly don't sleep. Like they were sending emails at 4 a.m. But yeah, the email said I have a tryout at 11 a.m. Yes, I woke up at 10:30 a.m. and there was a tryout at 11 a.m. So and the like sports center is a fair walk away. So yeah, I just like I jumped out of bed, had like 2 oranges, and just booked it to the sports like center. And here's the other thing: it said it will start at 11 and it will last approximately to 11:30. But instead, Well, okay, it said it will last till 11:30, and if like I make it to the next level, they might keep me till 12:30. Instead, it stretched all the way till 2:30. I missed like a mathematic like department induction because of it. It wasn't mandatory, so it's not a big deal. But I missed this induction, right? And then, and also like I played about 4 hours of pretty competitive basketball without having, well, was just having like 2 oranges and some like food that I just ate really quickly. So I was like nearly passing out towards the end. But the result was good. I did make it to the second team, and the coaches were like really nice in training. They're very helpful. I think one coach specifically really likes me as a player and wants me to like develop and see a lot of potential in me. And also when I told them that I won't be playing basketball as much because I go into the volleyball team, they were very nice about it, and they offered me like um, let's say just more leniency with like making training, making practice, and all that. So yeah, sports was great. Things are going well in that regard. And lastly, I will wrap up this video with just some overall feeling that I have at Oxford after week 0, and I would say the main feeling that I get is just you really feel the heritage of this place, right? Like this room that I'm currently in is like 504 years old. It's been refurbished, obviously, but it's 504 years old. The library is like 500 years old. Anything like you see in the library is 400 years or more, basically. I think even our library might have like original script by Aristotle, like which would be like 3,000 years old. Um, I doubt it's original script. I think maybe I like misheard. It's just original translation or something like that. But still, that's pretty cool. That's something to flex about. And yeah, just in general, you really feel the heritage of this place. It's you can feel the history as you just basically go about your day. And yeah, that'll be it for my first video 0 on week 0, and just in general this introduction to this series.